Yeah. $8.20. Yeah. That's what I tried to do. Like I said, I think it's supposed to be money. Yeah. Okay.
1, 2, test 1, 2. Check 1, 2, mic check 1, 2.
Beautiful.
And just flip this back up and perfect.
I can't do it too.
No, I think I usually stand under when I do it, so. Thank you, Ashley.
What's up, Tyler?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you.
You're doing a little bit of both today, huh, Colby? I think so. I think I was looking, because I had more of the U19s this weekend. I was like looking a little bit more at them, but from what I've seen like this morning and doing a little bit more like a deeper dive on like the U16 bracket, like this should be a pretty good weekend all around, both divisions. I've never done a JWHL tournament, so yeah, first time. I was glad Jake reached out.
What are you up to these days? Are you still living in New Hampshire?
I'm still I'm living in Mass, but I still living in Mass, but I do a lot of like work still like up in New Hampshire. Been trying to find a little bit more like around here. So I go to like Bentley in Waltham, but still like going up to Dartmouth, St. Anselm, doing some things around like for the EHL still. Not as much junior hockey though as I've previously done. Trying to do a little bit more collegiately, whether it's Division 3, Division 1. There's a lot of different options around in just New England alone. So I'm trying to keep myself busy that way. But whenever somebody needs like a fill-in or they can't make it, they need coverage. Like I've jumped around a few different rinks. How about yourself? Still busy as I can imagine, or even
Yeah,
you cut?
down in Florida. Yeah.
Oh wow! All right.
Yeah, I transferred out of Dean.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
What year are you in now?
Junior.
Wow.
Yeah.
What school down in Florida?
Pennsylvania.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Pretty good spot, you know?
I was going to say it's quite a different geographical positioning than Dean, and it's got to be nice living down there. I don't know if I would have been. I don't know how I would have been able to do if I went to school in a place like that. The weather and the distractions would have been way too much. Yeah, it's a little bit shorter than I thought. It's all like bunched up at first, and I tried to stretch it out, but I just stand a little bit closer. Good morning and welcome inside the Canton Ice House as we get set for day one of this JWHL showcase in the U16 bracket at Stanstead College Prep. They are in the red and white uniforms taking on the Washington Pride as we are underway in what should be a great weekend of hockey here from Canton and many other rinks around the Massachusetts and Rhode Island region. Happy to have you along with us this morning as Stanstead will bring this puck in. Elizabeth Belanger trying to center that from circle to circle, but could not connect with Lexi Leger. As the Pride looked to clear from in back of their own net, that was Ruby McLennan. Now the puck held in along the far side boards, and it swung back around through the corners. Jaden Bingham absorbing some contact there as Karina Prantner tried to take her down, but ended up hitting the ice and losing her stick. As Stanstead wants to reload, back in across the line. Elizabeth Papineau driving towards the net. That was shut down and covered by Kaylee Allen, number 3, who is going to get the start for Washington. And a good chance for Stanstead in this opening minute. First save registered there for Allen down low along the short side. She's able to smother it. As we've played 51 seconds into our first of 3 17-minute periods. We'll have an ice cut after the second. As in the early goings, the Pride look to move this around their own net. It's grabbed here by Greta Sun. He turns to the forehand, but couldn't connect on a pass up along the far side. Sun tries up through center, but couldn't connect with Ellie Crossett. As Stanstead able to march back in. Rafaela Parent from the corner. It's fed back up to the point. Charlotte Grace trying to throw that towards the net. Couldn't get a tip try as it's centered right back up through the slot. Position there was Crossett. Got it up to the blue line, where Stanstead had to quickly touch back up. It's flung into the corner by Parent. Up the far wing with Stanstead making a change. Pride maybe had a chance to get a clear up through neutral ice, but stolen right back as fresh onto the ice was Zoe Lloyd. Or check that, Sophia Gagnon. Number 20, not 10, pushed it down the boards as the Pride get it up high into their own zone. Crossett pushed it ahead. On the move, Adeline Munoz tried to center it towards the slot. Broken up and cleared back out through center, where it's touched onto the stick of Camden Van Kirk. Had it for a moment in front of the Stanstead bench. They're able to take possession back. Now along the near side. It could be filtered ahead. Sophia Gagnon right on with a low shot. Allen able to stick that aside. Pride will grab this puck. Virginia Perkey lost an edge as she took some contact. Got it into the zone, but it's quickly picked up and wheeled back ahead by Eloise Gagne. Gagne veering wide, watched there by 2 defenders, but still has the puck around the net. Gagne, nice pass into the slot for a quick shot right on. And Allen gets to the top of her crease. Make a good save from point-blank range. No rebound with 14-18 left to go here in this first period. Some early attacking zone time here for Stanstead, and a nice play around the net by Gagne to set things up into the slot for that quick shot. Allen able to make the save as it's Gagne handing this puck off from the circle. Shot was slung wide by Jaden Bingham. Held in out high along the blue line, but it got up and over the stick of Elizabeth Belanger. Moved around behind Allen's net. Up along the far side. Puck won't vacate the zone as Kennedy Miles has to come back defensively. Miles dealing there with a pair of Stanstead players. It was Jaden Bingham coming through her. Now Bingham in below the goal line. Has some support in the form of Belanger, who reaches in and tries to steal the puck away. Julia Wrights able to shake away from the pressure. She has an outlet along the near side, but that bank pass is going to go the distance, or at least I thought it would, for an icing, after she could not connect with Abigail Shugi. We'll play on here as this pass up the wing from Gagne misses the mark. Stanstead able to track things down as it was played through the skates of Parent along to the near side, poked up into space. And the Pride can bank this puck ahead as Shugi got across the red line, but couldn't find the tape of Miles, who has to head back to the bench for a change. Played 4 minutes into this first period. No score. Beautiful pass. This could be an opportunity, and through the crease. Pushed just wide by Papineau, who jumped all the way in from the point. What a pass. That was from Parent, who put it right into space for Gagne to skate onto, and she had Allen sliding left, tried to tuck it into that far post. But just put it through the crease and wide as the Pride can dodge a bullet there and see this puck filtered down the boards. Stanstead will make a change here as Campbell Walker couldn't get that puck out of her own zone. It was kept in at the point by Gagne. Puck played back for Gagne at the point. She'll send it on across. Charlotte Grace with a shot. Never got through. It was blocked down off the defense out in front. I believe that hit Simone Good. Number 12 parked out there for Washington. As here's a bomb coming in from the point. Gagne stepped into that one, but couldn't get it through the traffic as she has it back here on her stick. A return feed picked off and cleared down the boards by Prantner. As this will go for icing. With 11:45 to go in this first period and no score, the faceoff will travel back down to the left side of Kaylee Allen. Puck taken off the draw. McClellan around the wing where it was pushed out through neutral ice by Grace Luo. Filtered back in down the wall. Jaden Bingham trying to get to it first. Pressed up along the boards there by McClellan. As looking to reverse traffic there was Munoz. Turned the puck over. As Washington able to get back here along the wall. It was pushed out into center ice by Julia Wright. But Washington unable to maintain possession as it's brought back in. Elizabeth Belanger shooting off the side of the net. As she was forced to change her approach to the net. Couldn't find the short side. As that pass was just too far ahead of Munoz. He lost an edge out at center ice. It's taken by Charlotte Grace. Her pass does connect over to the wing. But on that play down the slot, Perrant could not hold on to the puck. As Papineau, who had that great chance earlier, is in below the goal line trying to fight for possession as it'll be swung around the net. Picked up along the wall. Handed off that time by Lexi Legere. As finally it can be pushed back out to center ice by Sun, but Stanstead wants to reload here quickly with Washington trying to change. Puck was broken up there nicely inside the line. Madeline Schnurr hands this off over to the wing. Virginia Perkey down the boards. Lost an edge going into the corner. And ahead comes Stanstead with the puck. It's pinned along those far boards. Dug out by Gagne, splitting defenders. Gagne to the net, and she ran out of real estate as Allen was able to stay with her and got that left pad anchored over to the post as that shot went off the side of the net. Another dangerous looking chance for Eloise Gagne. But the goaltender Kaylee Allen able to stick with her. As it's grabbed and played down the boards by Zoe Lloyd, who looks to chase after it as it's paddled up the boards. Held in here at the point. Margot Simard, long shot. Stick save for Allen into the corner. As it's popped up off the glass. Grabbed here again in back of the net, but a centering feed went off the skates of Campbell Walker up through the slot. It's grabbed by Camden Van Kirk, but she could not clear as Stanstead looks to keep this pressure applied. Puck fought for here in the high slot and able to get it onto the forehand. Perkey clears. But marching right back in is Gagne from the circle. Nice drop pass here as it's kicked to the stick by Jaden Bingham, who couldn't quite settle it on her forehand. And she tracks it down from out of the corner. Up to the point. Long wrister sails through traffic wide off the stick of Charlotte Grace. Along the wall, it's scraped out of trouble as Perkey can get this down the ice, and Washington can get a change here. With most of the action coming down by Kaylee Allen. It is Gagne stepping down the boards and in across the line. Gagne centers for a quick shot. That was blocked, and then right back through the crease it came. And Eloise Gagne able to pick that up and stash it in on the backhand. After it looked like Washington was able to get back, that was Julia Wrights who broke the play up originally. Puck ended up in the crease, and there to capitalize, Eloise Gagne. And with 8:13 to go, it's Stanstead. With relentless pressure to start, they open up the scoring and lead 1-0. Out of the net to get her first touch, Jade Wilson. Number 30 in red for this Stanstead roster. I was trying to break back up the ice was Perrant. Lost it as she tried to stick handle across the blue line. Pushed towards the net. Off the stick of Pia Obermeyer. And Allen can drop down to cover up that puck as we've played nearly 10 minutes into this first period. Stanstead College opening up the scoring on a goal from Eloise Gagne. She has been all over the ice here this morning and gets rewarded with the game's opening goal as that shot blocked down in front. Allen scrambling over to her right. Sees the net, I believe, come off behind her. As that was sent through some traffic by Lloyd. Didn't get all the way through to the net, but finding it out in front was Perrant. Forcing Allen to track that puck as she makes a kick save there on a point shot from Lloyd that got through that time. It ends up over in the corner where Perrant moves it around the back of the net. Over there for Washington, Karina Prantner could not get the clear as they'll try the far boards. That will go offside as Lloyd just couldn't keep that wobbling puck in onside. The whistle will sound. Faceoff will come just outside the Washington blue line as early on in this first period they've had to spend quite a bit of time defending in front of Kaylee Allen, who made a nice save picking up that point shot from Lloyd through traffic. Stanstead wants to keep this pressure applied here. Canton from out of the corner. Pushed it up into the slot. Nobody was home there in a red and white sweater. He brought ahead by Grace Luo, who gets some help to send this puck in below the goal line. Washington looking to go to work as Ellie cross it. Had that stolen away from her. It numbers up the ice now for Stanstead. Grace puts on the brakes, trying to find a teammate in the slot. Good stick there from Luo, who was strong to defend against Beatrice Bureau. As a puck grabbed here by Walker. Gives it away as Gagne into the slot. Could not connect, and it can be cleared down the boards. Will this travel for icing? Yes, it will. Their attacking zone face-off to the right of Allen. Lloyd kept it in at the point. As this puck is cleared out through Papineau. Right back ahead comes Stanstead down the wing. This is Bingham centering. Had a person going to goal. What a save by Allen. Going from left to right. She got the right pad stuck out to make a huge save to keep this a one-goal game as Stanstead right back in. A short side chance went off the outside of the post. Allen had things well covered as now out comes Washington. Perky all the way around the corner, pressed up there by Papineau. As pinching down the boards was Ruby McClellan. Lloyd will play it around for Papineau and up the wing. It was held in at the line momentarily there by Madeline Munoz. But ahead, Elizabeth Belanger dragging through. Backhand try was shut down by Allen, who had the paddle down in front of the pads. As Washington ices this puck again, a couple of big saves for Kaylee Allen. None better than that right pad save as she got across from left to right to take what looked to be a sure goal away from Stanstead. Who wants to lead more than just by one here before this first period comes to a close. They have dominated so far. As from the point, that shot catches the post. Rebound was put off the side of the net as Allen picked that up late there on that point shot from Charlotte Grace. Now down low into the crease. Bodies hitting the ice as Allen down in her crease, able to locate that puck and cover. She has been busy here in this first period. 4:46 to go. Keeping the deficit manageable for Washington as they only trail 1-0. Right off the draw. Gagnon could not pull the trigger on that shot as it's dragged ahead. This is Paige Marion sending it in below the goal line. Puck around to the near side, held in and played towards net by Walker, and making her first save finally. Jade Wilson in between the pipes for Stanstead. Tries to come out to play this puck, and she's able to stop it in back of the net. Tried to leave it there for Grace, who had her stick lifted. As it's moved back up to the point. Long shot coming to goal. Stopped off the blocker of Wilson, but on the rebound, they'll score. And this game is tied with 4:06 to go in the first as Washington jumps onto a rebound, opportunistic on just their third or fourth shot of this first period. It can be collected out in front, and I believe Kennedy Miles was there to scoop it up and over Wilson to get this game tied 1-1. A couple of big saves by Allen, a couple of hit posts for Stanstead, and Washington able to respond on their second bite of the apple. They get this game tied 1-1 as they look to get it clear and do so. May have been touched on its way through by Luo, and it would have not been icing anyway as that puck stopped short of the goal line. Puck slapped up the wing. McClellan turning back into her own zone. Flips the puck into space. It was knocked down off the legs of Jaden Bingham. And directed back into the zone where McClellan has to play chase. She will wrap this puck around. Good keep by Gagne walking the blue line. She'll saucer it on. Long shot comes in from the point as Grace once again trying her luck from distance, but Allen can catch it while standing with 3:07 to go in this first period. We're tied 1-1 in our first game here in the U16 bracket. Day 1 of 3 in this JWHL Holiday Showcase. Hard to believe that next week is already Christmas, but when you're in the midst of a hockey season, time tends to move a lot faster. As speaking of fast, Gagne took that dangerously through her crease, but got away in a hurry. As she'll track it down all the way now, far corner, taking a hit there along the boards as it's played across the crease. They could not find the stick of Pia Obermeyer. As back on the move, Washington. This is Virginia Perkey playing it towards the crease. Blocked aside by the goaltender, Wilson. Gagne pops it towards the middle. As Stanstead looks for a change. Lexi Legere gets across the Washington line before she was able to dump it in. Now from their own zone, Perkey into the middle, where running into some trouble there was Van Kirk. Up along the far boards, pulled out of the pile as Washington will look to get at least to the red line here. In doing so, Paige Marion can dump it in and change with under 2 minutes to go in this first period. Good action here from the Canton Ice House as Zoe Lloyd gets in across the Washington line before being bumped off the puck by Campbell Walker. It is cleared back around the far side, and Papineau has to reload. Puck shot back in. Marion back to get it first, but under quick pressure. 2 red and white sweaters in below the goal line there to cause her some trouble as she played that off the side of her own net. Trying to dig it free. Margot Samard gets it back up to the point. Here's Grace shooting, and that was blocked. It hit off one of her own teammates, catching Samard off the shin pad. Stanstead still has it, though, as this puck gets through a couple of bodies up to the point. Shoveled back into the corner by Grace. Trying to escape around the net. Was Wrights unable to clear. Grabbed from center and played off the boards. Nice feed there from Bingham. She has a teammate driving hard to the net, and Allen makes another strong right pad save there. On the cutting, Elizabeth Belanger. Stolen back and brought in by Papineau on the drop. Here's Belanger again to the net, and with the paddle down again. Allen, another strong save right on top of her. As Washington able to clear with under 20 seconds to go. Stanstead wants to get one more look here before the first period ends, but McClellan Able to clear this down the boards, hustling onto it, but unable to get a shot was Corinne Burke, who's pressed up now along the end boards. 5 seconds to go in the period. It drifts in towards the crease, covered up by the goaltender Wilson. As time runs out here, there was a second or two perhaps still left for Washington, who was hoping to get an attacking zone draw, but instead time will run out. And the first period ends with both of these teams tied 1-1 here from the Canton Ice House. Quick breather, and we're back for period number 2.
Colby, do you know if there's like a website or like a live?
Yeah, I think it's JWHL.org. Yeah, JWHL.org. Yeah.
Second period here. Elizabeth Belanger scoring a beautiful goal there from end to end. She had a near miss in this second period. And after failing to capitalize on a power play, Stanstead able to retake the lead. Dumped back in from the blue line by Sophia Gagnon. Cleared back out by Washington. But it's Papineau pulling this puck ahead from her own zone. She finds a teammate open on the wing. It's dropped off along the board. Stepping middle, Parent back up to the point. She'll go. Shot coming in from Zoe Lloyd was deflected aside. Stanstead looking to keep this pressure applied as Papineau tried to slip it back down the board. She could not connect that time with, I believe, Obermeyer, who's in below the goal line, as it's poked around through the corners. Return to the point. Papineau's shooting. That was blocked down off the stick of Van Kirk. And it can be drilled off the boards out through center ice by Madison Schnurr. As Washington will make a change here. We've played nearly 7 minutes into this second period. Stanstead back up by a goal. As Gilbert looks to center that into the middle. Couldn't connect with Bingham, who peels back and tries to find Belanger high slot. Instead, it found the stick of Gagne, who's taken all the way over to the boards. Puck moved around the wall, pinching in Charlotte Grace. As it was kicked down inside the line off the skates of Bingham. Bingham centers beautifully there, but a shot was blocked in front. I believe it hit the backside of Julia Wrights. As Washington can ice it here to try and alleviate some of that pressure before the attacking zone draw returns down to Kaylee Allen, who, much like she was in the first period, remains busy here in this second. Off the draw. Cross it. Makes a move there nicely to get around Grace, and then plays it off the goaltender Wilson, who left the rebound out in front. Pride were unable to jump on it, as crashing the net that time was Abigail Shugi. Back up ice comes Stanstead. This is Gagnon, who never got the shot away. Good back checking there from Marion. And ahead come the Pride from out of their own zone. Pushed up the middle by Good. Could not find a teammate heading up the ice. She was looking to connect with Abigail Nedemeyer. As this is tracked all the way back down by Walker. Plays it around for Munoz, who tries to connect up the wing that time. Just couldn't get the tape of Shugi. As Papineau will break it out ahead for Parent. Parent drops it off. Quick pass into the slot. Papineau now is shooting. That was blocked down. Rebound played towards the short side, and Allen got over there with the right pad to kick it out. As Papineau held it in for a moment, but it's cleared back down into Stanstead territory, where Lloyd looks to go right back up the ice. Her pass was caught up into the skates of Parent. Pride will lob it back down the ice, forcing Stanstead to chase back for it, as Lloyd will reverse traffic. This is Grace. She had it stolen there along the boards. Quick shot in, down low, stopped and covered by Wilson on a turnaround try from Corinne Burke. Attacking zone draw for the Pride. One cleanly there by Belanger, who has the puck again on her stick. What can she do here on this rush? Belanger looking towards the middle, tried to hand it off into the circle. Just did not connect that time with Bingham, who gets it back up to the point. Gagne shifting gears down the boards. Quick centering pass right on the doorstep. Another point-blank save for Allen. And another penalty coming on the Pride. This is going to send Burke to the box for cross-checking. As Gagne was able to find Bingham right out in front. And once again, from close range, Allen another strong save as this Stanstead power play gets their second look here in this second period. Grace dropping it in deep below the goal line. Clearing attempt went off the stick of Bingham, who's in there battling along with Haley Gilbert, who scrapes it along. Grace trying to pinch in, poke the puck into space as McClellan able to wrap it around the boards, back out through center ice. Gagne looked over her shoulder. See she has some space down the wing, gets around McClellan. Gagne, bottom of the circle, trying to drop it off into the slot. It was touched aside by Crosset. And then another shot blocked off the legs of McClellan, who's able to backhand it down the ice. Washington got in the way of a few shots on the first power play for Stanstead. Only 2 shots landed on goal. As this is Belanger on the move. A serpentine route. And she tries to play this back up to the point. Lloyd settles it down. Back for Belanger. Into the circle. Belanger shooting right on with the shot. And that's vacuumed up by the goaltender Allen. No rebound with 49 seconds to go in Burke's cross-checking penalty. Eloise Gagne and Elizabeth Belanger with the goals for Stanstead. Kennedy Miles with the goal for the Washington Pride, who are still shorthanded for 40 more seconds. They're able to get it clear as Lloyd re-enters the zone quickly, trying to get around a check. She was defended well there by Walker. As this is played around the boards, Perrant back up to the point, Papineau across. Lloyd had to settle that puck down as she was checked along the wall that time by Grace Luo. And the Pride are able to clear it right back up the middle with only 10 seconds to go until Burke is out of the box. Stanstead won't really have enough time here for one last rush on the power play as Papineau gains the attacking line. Teams are back to even strength as it's played into the crease. Good defending there from Walker out in front. As she engages now along the corner boards. It's picked up, though, by Perrant. Played around and poked up the wall. Gagne able to knock it down using her body. As it's stolen right back by Paige Marion. Up to the line, but not out, however. 5:10 to go in this second period as it's held in again. Gagne slips it over. Grace firing, blocked down in front before it got through to Allen. Another strong save there on a puck that changed directions. And the Pride ice it with 5 minutes to go in this second period. I believe that caught a little bit of Simone Good on its way through to the net. And with that left pad this time, Allen, who was favoring the right side a bit more, was able to stretch back and kick that shot out. She has certainly been the busier of the 2 goaltenders here this morning. Kaylee Allen, strong start for her here in this JWHL showcase. As Washington has a puck here in across the line. Nedemeyer had it poked off her stick, tried to get it back to the point, but that shot was fanned on by Schnurr. And things can be broken up by Stanstead out at neutral ice. Played to an open wing. Shugi unable to get to it. She had the best chance for the Pride in this second period. A shorthanded breakaway. That was stopped by Wilson. As that puck is set aside by Allen. Now taken from in back of the net. Trying to emerge was Belanger. Very dangerous player she's proven herself to be here this morning. As she gets taken down. We'll play on here. As Shugi trying to find an opening. Backhands it down the boards and then gets eliminated there along the wall. Washington looking for a penalty. They won't get one. Pass ahead from Wrights was cut down as Belanger had it poked off of her stick. Second layer there was, I believe, number 14, Perrant, who couldn't get that shot through the traffic as Lloyd from the point plays that off the stick of Allen. Rebound was guided out of danger, but not out of the zone as it's twisted further in deep by Bingham. Puck is poked into space. Corinne Burke takes it back behind her own net, looking for an outlet up the ice. She'll go off the boards as Wright's able to slither that ahead. Long shot from Wright's going wide, and Wilson thought about dumping it out of her glove, but I'll never fault a goaltender for playing things safely. She'll keep it there for the defensive zone faceoff. When I played in net, I refused to play the puck. Took a couple of delay of game penalties in my playing days because no matter what the situation was, I never let it free. Got in a couple of arguments with referees in my bantam and midget days. My coach would always ask me, Tyler, why do you not play the puck even when no one's around you? And I always would just say, Coach, I'm just trying to play it safe. I'll never blame a goaltender in that situation. Wilson has been solid when called upon, which hasn't been frequent here in this game, but that shorthanded breakaway save, coming when this was still a 1-1 game, certainly a save that the Stanstead bench would bookmark. As it's backhanded out through center, trying to gain the line here is Karina Prantner, as she'll swing it in deep. Kennedy Miles into press Gagne along the end boards, but this puck sprinted out of the zone by Charlotte Grace. Working herself across the zone, she'll drop it off as they look to connect backdoor. Was broken up by Miles. Long shot in, stopped by Allen. 2 saves there, but on the third crack, it's poked home with Parent in the crease. But Stanstead able to jump on another rebound opportunity, and Lexi Legere makes it 3-1 with 2:03 to go in this second period. After Allen was able to make 2 great saves, the second one, again with that right pad, which has been working for her this morning, kept the initial rebound out, but Legere, the third layer, crashing the play and getting it not only through the goaltender Allen, but her own teammate Parent, who ended up in the crease on that sequence. Sophia Gagnon puts on the brakes and gets it back up to the point. Lloyd across for Papineau. Long shot punched aside by Allen, and then on the stuff attempt, Allen had to get back from post to post to make a save there. As looking to poke one through was Gagnon, who started that entire rush. Stepping ahead, Madeline Schnurr will push one in off the stick of Wilson. She taps it aside. As Lloyd has it here from her own zone, up the wing, she connects with Belanger. Belanger, oh, beautiful move again, but just bumped off stride enough. Nice job using the body there by Madeline Schnurr. Just throwing Belanger off stride and allowing Allen to put the glove down on that with 69 seconds to go here until we reach the intermission. Off the draw, Belanger could not win the faceoff as McClellan gets it up the boards, and a good second effort play there. Sees the puck chopped out of the zone by Perkey. He picks it up here at the red line. Perkey, long shot, deflecting wide. Poked around the wall. Gagne jumps on it. Pass was through the skates of Belanger. As it couldn't be held in, off the boards, Haley Gilbert was there. As through neutral ice, trying to get a handle. Munoz could not. Pass from Grace, ricocheted back on to Munoz's tape. As Belanger can squib this into an open corner with just 10 seconds to go here in the period. Pride hoping to get maybe one shot before the buzzer as it's dumped in instead by Abigail Nettemeyer. As time runs out, in this second period of play. The Pride were able to kill off 2 penalties in that second period. But Stanstead able to expand their lead on goals from Elizabeth Belanger and Lexi Legere, as they'll take a 3-1 lead into the intermission. We're through 2 periods in our first game here from the Canton Ice House in the U16 bracket. Stanstead College leads the Washington Pride 3-1 after 2 periods, as we'll take a quick break for an ice cut. Back here for the third period after this in about 15 minutes. I noticed this was lit up red for a little bit, but I thought it was because when I put the thing up after the first period, but then I put it back down. Yeah.
It sounded fine.
Okay. Probably didn't have it for a couple minutes, but not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Back here for our third period of our first U16 game here from the Canton Ice House. Happy to have you along with us on this first day of this JWHL tournament from Canton. Stanstead ahead 3-1 over the Washington Pride here entering this third and final 17-minute period. It was a 1-1 game going into the second before a pair of goals from Elizabeth Belanger and Lexi Legere helped Stanstead out to this 2-goal lead in a game in which they have really put their foot down offensively. But Washington, to their credit, has held up in this game so far, largely in part to their goaltender, Kaylee Allen, who will go the distance here this morning opposite of Stanstead's Jade Wilson, who came up with a big save in her own right in that second period, a shorthanded breakaway stop on Abigail Shugi, who at the time had a chance to break a 1-1 tie and give the Pride a lead. As they'll look to pull themselves out of this hole. It is backhanded towards the corner. Sophia Gagnon was stopped there in back of the net. Trying to support her was Margot Simard. But it's taken and cleared off the boards. Good effort there by Julia Reitz, who's seemingly been able to cover a lot of ice defensively here for Washington. She had a couple of critical shot blocks on 2 separate penalty kills. Pride 2 for 2 on the kill. As this is pushed into the circle. Gagne, what a pass! Better save again by Allen. As behind her, it was saved perhaps from going in across the line by Sun, who had to get over to that far post to prevent the puck from sneaking in. But another great save for Kaylee Allen, again moving from left to right. Getting her right pad down and taking another sure goal away as Gagne laid that pass across perfectly. Here's a low shot in from Lloyd that was turned aside by Allen. Belanger had it poked off of her stick and back out to center past the stick of Zoe Lloyd, who's under some pressure from Perky. Now Papineau around her own net, nearly had her pocket picked by Perky as Belanger able to rag that puck ahead. Couldn't connect tape to tape that time with Jaden Bingham. Now a centering feed in tight quarters. It was played on net and down along her line. Kaylee Allen again able to make a save in close, denying Elizabeth Belanger her second here this morning. Belanger's had a couple of chances, and Allen, that time on that shift, thwarted her twice as she'll boot that shot aside. Washington looking to escape, but running into traffic was Reitz. Taken along the boards by Perrant. Lost it there on a good stick check from Abigail Shugi. Taken out at center ice, though, and played right back in by Stanstead. Charlotte Grace will dump it in as it's sent up the boards. Gagne on a pinch. Unable to get the puck as it's cleared back down the ice. No icing here. As charging ahead was Crossit. Could not get around Grace, who backhands it over to the boards. Popped up into the air on the keep by Greta Sun. Behind the net, Shugi looking to center, but couldn't get the puck through Grace, who bumped her off stride. On the move, Stanstead. Margot Simard bumped off the puck by Sun, gets it back in below the goal line. Good support there coming in, was good to help out. As she tried to reach for that puck, Gagne along the boards. Could not hold the zone as it was worked out by Karina Prantner. Working 1-on-2 with Washington changing up behind her. Puck fought for at the line. Played ahead to Belanger. She's in. But broken up there on a stick check from Burke. Now up ahead, trying to dance her way through was Munoz. Next layer, Burke couldn't flip it through a pair of defenders as Belanger settles this down and slips a pass through. Broken up and played back up the wing. Long shot in from Munoz, went wide. Now Bingham on the move. Closed off along the boards nicely there by Walker, who spins it around her own net. Ellie cross it. Goes right up the middle and gets the puck out. Gagne wants to lead Bingham back in quickly. She can't get around Walker again as this is held in at the point. Grace will flip it down the boards. Walker had to move it quickly away that time from Bingham as they try and find Belanger in the circle. Puck held in by Grace, whose shot was blocked down out in front off the legs of Paige Marion, who can send this down the wall with Stanstead changing. No icing here. Gagne turns away from traffic. Puck given away and not out of the zone is Gagne taken down, and a penalty coming as the Pride were able to keep that puck inside the zone. And with Gagne, the last layer of defense, they tried to get it through her skates, hoping to connect with Kennedy Miles, the goal scorer. Miles trying to reach for the puck. Instead got the skates of Gagne, and the third time coming up here for the power play is Stanstead. Will look to expand their lead. Shots on goal in this game, 39-9. What a job it has been in between the pipes here this morning for Kaylee Allen, who's going to be busy here on this power play unit as a shot breaks off her left pad and into the corner. Held in by Charlotte Grace off the boards. She gets the return feed from Obermeyer, who has it again and plays it back up to the line for Grace. Exchanges the puck with Gagne, walking in. Gagne, beautiful pass, and the shot taken on the power play. Rafaela Perrant able to snap that through Allen, and a power play goal will give Stanstead a 3-goal lead with 10:50 to go here in the third. Some beautiful puck movement there from Stanstead Prep, and Perrant makes no mistake there, putting that shot through the goaltender and in to help the lead grow here in this third period as Stanstead's ahead 4-1. On their 41st shot of this game. That was a great pass. Rink wide from Eloise Gagne. Connecting with Perrant over in that far circle, and Perrant made no mistake with a shot that just overpowered the goaltender there. And the third time is the charm on the power play for Stanstead, who can now work ahead by 3. As Greta Sun could not get that point shot all the way through to Wilson. Sun just does enough to clear a puck away from Papineau as that's shot into the glove of Allen on a shot from along the wall by Sophia Gagnon. Just over 10 minutes to go here in this third period, and Stanstead pushing their way up towards 50 shots on goal. Be really interesting to see what the final tally looks like, but regardless, Kaylee Allen's done everything she can do here in between the pipes to try and keep her team in this game, but the deficit now sits at 3. And the shots in this third period, 6-0 in favor of the visitors here in red and white. Puck knocked down along the boards. Good stick there from Camden Van Kirk. As trying to break that up was Munoz. Wrapped around to the far side, out of Gilbert's reach. Puck not out of the zone just yet for Stanstead. As it's Papineau now on the move. Papineau on her backhand. Unable to get herself around the check of Walker as she plays that off the side of the net. taken here, Belanger turning and shooting. Allen never saw that as she was trying to look through a pair of players parked right out in front. I believe that caught the legs of Julia Wrights. He was able to send that wide. As here's a shot down low. Stopped by Allen. Can't locate the rebound. As it's taken here around the net. Played back through the crease. Allen down trying to cover. And she does. With action swarming around her. After she was nearly pulled all the way out of her net trying to cover things up along the far side. That's a scramble back from post to post and gets some love there from her teammates as she continues to battle here in the Washington crease. Tarrant forcing a turnover, gets it back for a quick shot. Kicked aside by Allen. Indirect feed is instead gathered up here by Crossett, who was stopped there across the red line. Kennedy Miles from her own zone. Couldn't connect on that pass up the wing, trying to find Marion's stick. Brought back and poked into the corner by Simard, with Stanstead finishing up a change behind her. Puck held in off the backhand of Gagnon's stick. Taken out at center ice by Wrights. Working about 1 against 5 there, with Washington completing a change behind her. Flipped out the near wing. From their own blue line, Suns pass, picked off by Papineau. And it can be dumped into an open corner now by Beatrice Bureau. Puck got caught up into the skates that time of Van Kirk, who was able to recover and move it middle. On the move come the Pride. As trying to get something towards the net was Madeline Schnurr. But it's rejected and played back out to center off the boards. Played back in further. No icing coming here. Puck intercepted. Bingham pulls it along the kick plate and gets it back up to the point. Gagne across the line. As Lloyd is able to club it back down the boards. Belanger turning. Backdoor, she goes! And what a save again! As Allen, left to right once more, takes another goal off the board for Stanstead. 6.5 to go. How many times have we seen Kaylee Allen make that move from left to right? What a save on the lateral move from left to right, as that, I believe, is going to be the 50th shot of the game as this puck kicks into the crease off one of her own teammates. And Allen down along the goal line will smother it in the blue ice. She has been terrific here this morning. As another long shot. She'll settle that down off her paddle and take another defensive zone faceoff with 6:17 to go. That save there, arguably her best, which says something here this morning because she's had a couple of those in similar style from left to right across her crease. As the Pride look to get this puck out of their own zone. It is held in, though, along the blue line. Good coverage there from Simard. Puck wrestled for there in the bottom of the circle. It's taken back along the wall. Obermeyer was there. Washington has it. Trying to escape out of the zone. It was pushed up towards the line by Marion and finally worked out just enough past the Washington line before it's sent back in. Allen out of her net to slow things down. Given away. Puck centered again across. It was on edge for Haley Gilbert, who couldn't get that onto the stick side. Puck could not be held in. Onside there by Charlotte Grace. As Papineau, Gagne, being pressured there by Abigail Shugi. It's Belanger on the move, handing it off. Rink wide feed Off the stick of Jaden Bingham, she could not connect with Legere. As Bingham has it here, looking to center through the crease, couldn't find Belanger. He gets the puck here after disengaging with Wrights. Belanger shooting. That may have gotten a piece of Allen's blocker as the carom brings the puck back into neutral ice. Belanger hopping over a stick check, takes the shot, and squeezing the knees. Kaylee Allen able to make the save. That is shot number 50 for Stanstead, who is out shooting Washington here by a 14-0 clip in this third period. They've only gotten one goal through Kaylee Allen, and that was on a power play. She has been sparkling here in this third to keep the score, frankly, respectable here between these two teams. You can't ask much more from your goaltender, who has turned aside 46 of 50 here this morning. As look out here, puck turned over, shot taken by Burke, was muffled. As Miles takes it into the circle, backhand try, ramps up off a stick and wide, as reaching in was Lloyd to prevent that from getting on goal. Good burst there from the Pride as they try and get something through to the net. Stanstead not allowing for that. As it's slapped ahead, back into the Pride zone, gathered up by Ruby McClellan. McClellan's got some room to skate up across the red line. She'll toss it in off the boards as Gagne came over to take space away from her. It'll be played back into Gagne's possession. She finds Legere open on the wing. But that pass is going to ricochet off of good skates and back into the Stanstead zone with 3:25 and counting here in this third period. Puck flipped out into space, and it could be a 2-on-1 brewing here. Perrant holding, Perrant faking. Didn't look like she knew whether she wanted to shoot or pass as Allen trying to cover up with Legere draped on top of her. Couldn't find the puck as it's pulled away from trouble and cleared out by Wrights. Puck was overskated there for a moment by Simone Good. Good recovery there by her to backhand that up the middle as Good comes over to break up Legere. Right back onto the stick of Gagne. She'll hand it off to Perrant, who's got the goal here on the power play in this third period. She's on the move as Perrant tries a Michigan attempt and scoops it up over the crossbar, head high of Kaylee Allen. Puck not out of the zone here for Washington as Bingham trying to protect along the boards. Had it stolen away, and it could be muscled out along the boards by Virginia Perkey. Poked into the zone. Sun couldn't clear it. Belanger frees it. Here's Papineau's shooting. That was blocked down in front with 2 minutes to go here in the third. Puck knocked down by Lloyd. Closing off the wall as it comes back out high. Papineau ran into a check there as she tried to stick handle. And then Papineau dumps down Virginia Perkey. And with under 2 minutes to play in the third, the Pride are going to get their first power play opportunity and a chance to try and get a goal here before this game goes final with $1:45 to go in the third. It'll be Papineau off for the penalty, which I believe was called for interference. Shots were 17-4 after the first. This was a 1-1 game. 39-9 after 2 periods of play. It was a 3-1 game. And only 4-1 here in a third period in which the shots are 15-0 in favor of Stanstead. As this is a shot that does get through, and Wilson makes her first save on that point shot from Wrights. Another shot from a sharp angle. Goes off of Wilson's stick. Breaking out short-handed here, Sophia Gagnon was checked right at the Washington line. As a pass broken up by Gagne. Fiddled back ahead by Corinne Burke, who tries to track this puck down into the corner as we tick towards the final minute of this third period. Gagnon will clear this back down the ice. Allen trying to set it aside for Wrights, but she's under pressure as Haley Gilbert does nice work there, 1 against 2 to kick that back up the wall. Lloyd pushes it back into the corner. With 45 to go in this third, Burke tips it ahead, but too far forward of Karina Prantner. As this is played into the slot, could be an opportunity and a good save there for Wilson. All of a sudden busy here late in this third period. She's able to get the stick on that shot from Simone Good. As Allen out of her net gives the puck away and then bails herself out, stopping Boulanger not once but twice. Had to save her own bacon there after turning the puck over. She'll add a couple of more saves to her ledger as this game is down to the final 5 seconds. A turnaround shot deflected wide of the net as Wilson makes one more save right at the buzzer as this game goes final, and Stanstead College able to come away victorious this morning only by a 4-1 score after Kaylee Allen turns aside 49 of 53 shots this morning, the first, second, and third star. If you ask me here from the Canton Ice House, she was simply sensational, keeping this a respectable game for her team as Stanstead gets 17 of the 20 shots fired towards the net here in this third period. They added a power play goal off the stick of Rafaela Parent, but they could have gotten so much more in this third period. Kaylee Allen, spectacular in the nets, but she does take the loss along with the Washington Pride, who fall here this morning by a 4-1 final. Here to kick things off in the U16 bracket on day one of this JWHL tournament. Plenty of more hockey to come here from the Canton Ice House. We'll have it all for you as the day officially underway, but in our first game, it's Stanstead College taking it over the Washington Pride, a 4-1 final.
What a game. Yeah. 53-12. That's crazy. She was unbelievable.
What time you got today?
3:20.
I can't wait to watch yours.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
Yes, it was fun to listen to.
Yeah,
So-
I log on to Liveborn just to listen to you.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm
Thank
looking
you.
forward to it.
Thank you,
So,
thank you. That
Kaylee's my daughter.
Oh, she was fantastic this morning. Did
Thank you.
everything she could.
That was a
Bully myself. So
yes.
I know what those games are like when it's the ice is tilted in one direction.
Yes, indeed.
She did everything she could. 49-53 final tally.
Yes,
so.
indeed. Yeah, and we were really. I had 53 too.
Yeah,
right
same.
on. So
Yeah, that third period was
that was crazy.
predominantly spent around her
Yeah,
net.
yes,
Some of
it was.
the lateral movement, she was on point from left to right especially.
Yes.
She had a couple of great reads and great saves. So see how the rest of the weekend goes.
Yes.
Hopefully the girls they can come away with a win before the weekend's out.
You're gonna be
I hope so. We
Is that?
Is there a pro game?
I'm not back until 3:20 this afternoon. I have about 6 games this weekend out of however many there are. So I'll be around a little bit in the 16 and 19 brackets. But I have one more for the U16 later this afternoon and then 2 for the U19.
U19s?
So,
Okay.
and I'll be back first thing on Saturday morning. So
Well, we're back here first thing Saturday morning as well.
all right.
So
I know that I have 2 of them for Stanstead and I know I have 2 of them for Washington. So I'll see both of these teams again at some point.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, we got Winchendon tomorrow morning, so that'll be another
Okay,
game where we're
that's-
going to.
that'll
It's
be
going to be
mine,
about like
so-
this one.
we'll see how she can hold up. If
Yes.
she's anything like this morning, they'll have a chance. So
She
that's
had-
all you can do.
Yeah, she's got that game too, so we will see. So, anyways, hey, appreciate it.
Not a problem. Nice to meet you as well. I'm
Nice
Tyler.
to meet you. Tyler, Jason. Nice to
Jason,
meet you.
nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Colby,
Keep
your feet. Don't move your breath. You got an even busier slate than me. So. What do you have next? Are you on the call next, or are you on this side? Or yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I'll see you later this afternoon. Yes, sir. See you as well.
She was supposed to film the 12-10 game.
Yeah.
told her just have to switch.
Oh.
And I just like leave it on and off.
Oh, cool. Sounds good.
She was showing me.
Well, I was going to say you are going to have to do a tempo.
I know.
But
There's so
So
much
you're
to
so
it.
you're up here for the next two?
Yeah.
I think I'm on the call for the next two. I think.
Because she was like, are you Gloria? I was like, yep. She goes, I'll switch. I was like, you might be wrong.
Yeah, I'm on the call for the next two.
That's what I told her. I said I came to like hang out with you. Those officials aren't very loud. He was like, 14 or 15.
Yeah. Yeah, you see what I mean? The difference you were talking about? But then it's like, then if you like get moving, like, if you like kind of steady it out, like, kind of look back. So, even if you like let it go, just stop it or whatever, it's not the biggest deal. I'm gonna try to stay close to you because he was like walking that way to the floor on my pad. So if I get like moving, it's gonna like trick you a little. So.
Don't move them.
Yeah, well,
Just kidding. I'm just, Colby, I'm just kidding.
no, I told him that. I feel like the parents for women's hockey are nicer.
Huh?
I feel like the parents for women's hockey are nicer. Cause like you'd never get like the dad coming over here like talking to the broadcaster like calling Coral Springs. The only time the Coral Springs parents usually come to talk to me is either to say like, oh, we're from out of town, like we appreciate what you do, or to tell me like I said something wrong. Like I literally had one kid's mom come to tell me that like 2 games ago I said her son played double A last year when he played triple A. Like Jesus Christ.
Cares.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things.
Like if that's the worst thing that I said, I think I'm okay.
She said she would have switched me tomorrow when she got games and overlap. She plays for Hobart.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Did she play in this league?
Huh?
Did she play in this league? I kind of assume because Ashley usually like brings back a couple of the kids who played in this
I
league.
think they had a tournament up here Thanksgiving time. Because I was like, I asked her if her team was playing. She said no. Which is kind of cool, you know.
Yeah.
She's a forward. See, look at me all chit-chatting. Ask her what she wants to be when she grows up.
What's she
Both
say?
of her parents are teachers.
Did you tell her you were?
Yep. Her mom's a principal, but they're kind of encouraging her not to go into that direction. So she's thinking about being like a Dan Cheatham. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, the power went out, but it came back on.
I feel like if you just move it right here, it doesn't move as much.
But that's how you want to do it. I don't care.
Do you see?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's not like,
Just show whatever, however you want to move it.
huh? No, I know. Did you catch up? I guess you're supposed to catch up with the officials after you have them sign something.
Oh, actually, I never did that when I did it last year. I literally just,
What's their name? Oh,
I did it wrong, but it's okay.
I see that's those are the things that get on there.
Well, see, I didn't know that. But maybe that's new this year.
That's what we were talking. She goes, oh crap. She was like, I gotta give you something. And I was I'm sorry. Because she was like trying to show me how to clear things and stuff too.
Yeah. Even though it's the exact same, but when you're scorekeeping, it would all be on this side, so it's not like, yeah. I mean, I think the board's the exact same, but
No, it's okay. Like, you know me, I don't like to make mistakes.
yeah.
And she said, like, you know, she did it last year. She said, like, they kind of got a little annoyed with her. And she's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm new to this.
Yeah, that was me when I did it too. But I also did like the 14U game, so they were a lot more like, it's not like the 16U and 19U, they get a little bit more.
But there's not as many penalties. You know, we
Yeah.
don't have to worry about that. Shot on goal. So I don't know, maybe if we have some downtime, I'll sit down there again with somebody and just keep watching.
Yeah. I think you have the 320 game off there, like Bond, or I think that's from the game actually. And then Tyler Bond on there. No, they stop and start. Actually, I have not that yet.
Okay. All right.
So you don't have to worry about anything.
Okay. I'm just here learning, watching hockey. I'm going to run and pee.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
You got to go?
I'm good right now, but. Yeah, I'm good.
feels like it's screwed on there tight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I tried playing with it a little. I couldn't figure it out.
Well, that's what I feel like. If you look at it, it feels like this piece should move.
I love how this team has 2 27s.
Hmm?
This team has 2 27s listed on it. That's nice. Having a good time?
Yeah, I am. There's something I might not get the opportunity to do again, right?
True.
Because if you don't come back here,
Yeah, we'll see what next year brings.
I might be hard too if I'm coaching around by basketball to get games changed
Because you were supposed to be at Sharon last night, right?
tomorrow.
What, and they just switched the boys too?
Yeah. Which is good.
If you want to go get warm or something, you can go up there for a few minutes.
I'm not that cold. It's a little chillier down there. These officials kind of go all day.
I think we
We only get like a 5-minute warm-up.
Yeah.
But I'll leave it away.
I was just writing roster out. Oh, you aren't?
I did bring Ellie's cookies in.
Oh, those are for you. I ate a bunch. Do you care if we stop at Oniana quick on the way home on Sunday? Okay. I just want to stop quick at Walmart, and I want to stop quick at Bath and Body Works too on my home. Yeah. Because I got to get something for her grandpa, and then I got to get one more thing for her at Bath and Body Works. I think it's my...
Something as a family doesn't mean that it's a happy family. It's trying to be mean, but
I looked at the staying on schedule. I figured we would, but this game's going to start right about 10:10. bless you.
Thank you. That's why I put my hat on. I do think I'm coming down with something.
Yeah. Looks like I assume so, anyway. I don't know where they are.
I know.
What's up?